Hi everyone, I'm here to do the 1 week postpartum update. So my little angel is officially 1 week old today. And I just want to say I did get a question. I did explain why we named her middle name Mary Alice, but somebody asked me how do we come up with the name London. She's sleeping over there, so if I keep looking over there. My oldest daughter's name is Lyric, Lyric. So I was looking for a unique L name. That's how I came up with London. And London just popped in my head one day, and I just asked my husband, I said, "What do you think of London?" And he's like, "Yep, that's it." So that's how I came up with London, and I didn't change the spelling. I told you guys that. So now I have a Lyric and London, and I think that just sounds really good together. And no, I don't know what I would name her if I had another girl. Okay, so on to the postpartum update. I'll start with me first. Where am I at? Where's my notes for myself? Okay, me. I feel really good now that I'm not pregnant. I know we all complain in the last stages of pregnancy of how awful it is, how uncomfortable you are. And I just want to say, whew, I feel so much better. I'm sleeping a lot more. I'm not peeing every 10 seconds. I'm comfortable. Life is good. What else? My current weight, I weighed right before I turned on the camera, and I'm 167, which means technically I've lost all the baby weight, which was only 13 pounds anyway. So I wish I could brag and say how wonderful I am, but it was only because of the gestational diabetes diet that I didn't gain hardly any weight anyway. So I lost 13 pounds in 1 week, and that's all the weight. I was 167 on my very first OB appointment, and I'm 167 today. Okay. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my husband was able to cut the cord during the delivery. I don't think I mentioned that on the other video. I wanted to say it while I was thinking about it. And also, I did end up with a tear. The doctor said a small tear, so I had a couple of stitches. But yeah, I did end up, that did end up happening because when they told me not to push, I pushed anyway. So I don't care. It was worth the stitches. One thing I'm experiencing that I did not experience with my first pregnancy is cramping, the afterbirth cramping that I get mainly when I'm breastfeeding. When you breastfeed, your body produces a hormone called oxytocin, which causes your uterus to shrink, try to shrink back down to size. So it's like this as you're breastfeeding, and it causes cramping. It's good in one way because it helps you heal faster for breastfeeding moms, but it's horrible in the other way because it's very, very painful. In the hospital, I actually had to be on ibuprofen and Percocet because it was so bad. It was so bad that when she was breastfeeding, I would take her off just to take a break from the pain. And I did not have this with my first pregnancy, although they say it's more common in your second pregnancy. But I was hoping since my first was 18 years ago that my body would be tricked into thinking it was my first. But no, my body's smart. It knew it was my second pregnancy. So yeah, I did have that. I still have that now. It's not as bad though. I do cramp, but I don't need any ibuprofen or Percocet or anything. I can just get through it now. And they said it could last up to 6 weeks. Okay, what else for me? I'm no longer diabetic, which is great. I was no longer diabetic as of when the placenta was delivered. So of course I came home and I think I drank 4 Pepsis, maybe 5, I don't know. And I went grocery shopping, and you guys should see my refrigerator. My refrigerator looks like a teenager's refrigerator, like the first time a teenager would go grocery shopping. Honey buns, Twinkies, soda, you name it. 3 different ice creams. It was horrible. And I'm not going to continue to eat that way. That's just my celebration time. But how I miss that food. It's just so wonderful to have food back in my life. I thought that drinking that much Pepsi might affect my little Lolo monster with sleeping, because the caffeine, but no, she still sleeps. So I'm not going to buy Pepsi and put it in my house. I just had it when I was at my in-laws' house. I'm still going to continue drinking the way I was, which is water and Crystal Light. I think that's it for me. I'm extremely engorged from pumping. I shouldn't be pumping at all, but she tends to favor my left breast, and so my right one gets engorged, so I pump. So I'm trying to find a way, which I'm going to go to a breastfeeding group of moms. I'm trying to find a way to get her to eat from both sides during one feeding. She's very sleepy, so I get her on one side and that's it. She eats and she's knocked out. I can't get her to eat on the other side, so of course that side gets engorged. So I don't know. If you guys have tips, let me know. I'm going to go to a breastfeeding group and see what I can do. I'm not supposed to be pumping at all. They told me not to pump for 4 weeks, but what am I to do? You know, it's horribly uncomfortable. Okay, moving on to baby. She was 7'4" at birth. She was 6'13" when we left the hospital. And as of yesterday, she had a doctor's appointment and she was 6'15". So she gained back a little, and she has a total weight loss of 5 ounces since birth, which doctor says is normal. Yesterday, the doctor says she was a little bit jaundiced in the face, but not to worry about it. Just it'll go away on its own. So I don't even have to put her in the sun. She said it'll go away on its own. She also but told me to start her on vitamin D drops. I guess breastfeeding babies need extra vitamin D. So we started those. She loves the taste of them. She latches on great. She had a little trouble. We had a little trouble in the beginning because neither one of us knew what we were doing. But I met with the lactation consultant every single day that I was there. And they were wonderful. This one lady, they call her the boob guru. She was just so freaking helpful. I wish I had her phone number. She was amazing. Ever since I met with her, London latched on. She'll latch on to both sides. She has no problem. She's a pro. She was eating about every 2 hours. Now I've stretched it to every 3 hours because every 2 hours was like, whoa. But now she's to every 3 hours, which is good. She doesn't ever wake up to eat. I have to wake her up. She wants to sleep 24/7. I think she gets it from her dad. So I set my cell phone to wake her up, or I just wake up on my own because my boobs get engorged and I'll wake up from the pain. And she, every 3 hours around the clock. She's a really good sleeper, obviously. She doesn't ever want to wake up. She's just a really good baby. I feel like I hit the baby jackpot. She's no problem at all so far. Knock on wood. There's no wood by me, but so far so good. She's been an angel. She's making a good case to have another baby. My husband is like, no more, but she is like so sweet and so perfect. It's like, how could you not want another one? But that's it so far on us. I think I might make a separate breastfeeding video. I don't know if you guys want to see what I use and what I do. I'll do that, but right now we're still kind of learning everything as far as breastfeeding goes. Okay, let me show you her. I'm going to take the camera over because I don't want to wake her up. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to angle this thing. There we go. She has on her little sister shirt.